Every wrestler who has ever competed has a pair of wrestling shoes they wrestled in. You got the big brands like Nike, Adidas. You got the more wrestling brands like Rudis and Scrap Life. And of course, there's also other wrestling brands that are trying to get their shoe out there and hype it up. And for a guy like me, I love shoes. I absolutely love shoes. I was like a fanatic in middle school. Like I love the Jordans, Jordan 11s I was big on. I was always big into like now I have like some Yeezys and I'm like, I love those shoes. And this didn't fall short with my wrestling shoes because, well, if you guys didn't see my wrestling shoe collection video, I have a lot of shoes. And one of my biggest dreams of being a wrestler in the sport is getting their own signature wrestling shoe. Growing up, guys would win Olympics, world titles. You got Jordan Burroughs, you got Kyle Snyder. You know, even go back in time. Think about the Rulons, how crazy those are nowadays. And just to have your name behind a product like that, and that product being a wrestling shoe, something that other people around not only the country but the world can wrestle in, that was just something that I think brings people together. And for me, I'm going into my last year here wrestling in college. I've never won a national title. I've yet to All-American. I lost in the blood rounds twice with being ranked as high as second. Sure, I won state in high school, but it still feels like I have so much more that I want to accomplish. And the only thing in the back of my mind was thinking, is there a barrier to entry to enter this market of a signature shoe? And the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, winning a world title, winning an Olympic title, of course it would make sense, right? And then the more I got thinking about it, and there's no barrier to entry for anyone to step into a wrestling room and go through it. Through their middle school, their high school program, anyone can wrestle. You don't have to be the biggest, you don't have to be the strongest. So if you're like me, a super small dude, you can go out there and you can compete at something and you can be good at it. And for being on social media, creating wrestling content now for 7 years, I am so happy and so grateful to announce I have my own signature wrestling shoe. Now with the help of Waldo, we're gonna be showcasing them. Introducing the first pair. Only 250 pairs made. This is the Clash of Combat shoe. So we leaked these on the podcast and they turned out great. So one thing that you can clearly see that's different about this shoe is that the lacing system. It's actually a zipper in here. Now, the reasoning behind it was because one of my favorite pairs of wrestling shoes of all time that I loved, that also lasted me the longest, were the Asics Omniflexes. I wore them to death for years, and heck, I can even still wear them. But just showcasing this shoe, so it has this strap. You just Velcro it on there, then you can zipper it down. Now in this pair, you can actually see there's also laces in there, but you're gonna see on these couple pairs of actually my specific signature one that's not the Clash, is that what I do is I like to take out the laces, just unstrap them, and you don't even need the laces at all. That is an option if you guys need it tighter or whatever. But for me, wrestling them for the past couple months, because I've been testing these out now, honestly, maybe 3-4 months at this point, the lacing system, by having the zipper, it's insane. And think about all the little kids who first joined wrestling. I know I couldn't tie my shoes when I joined wrestling, so I'd have my dad tie my shoes. Now I just unstrap it, zipper it down, put my foot in there, and zipper it back up. But you can see we got the Cayden Henschel and Crosby Slasher signature. Of course, both of us are hosts. We have this little push bubble on the back, which is kind of cool. It gives that nice little accent. Now the thing about these is actually what we're trying to do for the full production is actually going to have these logos stitched. So that's kind of the biggest thing. These are kind of still the samples, not the full order run yet. But we can see on the bottoms we got the split sole, just the classic bottom that is on those Inflicts, and we also have the Clash logo on the bottom. Now going to my first colorway. This is the first shoe I basically leaked on social media. This is the silver and black pair, and these came out super clean. This is just a neutral color because for the first round we're only releasing 3 colorways, and I was like, you know what, if we don't have someone's color for their school on here, we can at least have this black and silver, of course with the gum bottoms. Look at that. These look absolutely amazing. We got the signature on there. Even the signature, ideally, it's actually gonna be stitched, but you can scratch it here. I mean, nothing comes off, and it's crazy seeing my own signature on a shoe. This has been so long coming, and it's just like, you know what, how long have I been wrestling? 16, 17 years now. I've always like dreamed for this moment. Again, with that little push bubble on the back. So far, it has not popped, which is great, and I don't really know if it can, but I don't know, maybe I'll cut it, see what happens. But we got the CH logo on the front. You guys know I had an updated logo change. On the first sample of the shoes, it actually came with my, I would say it was a subpar logo, but now with the updated logo, it looks a lot better. Same lacing system again. You have the strap, you just unzipper it, and you can see in here, we don't have any laces because I just took them all out. And so we don't have the custom kind of insole yet there, but these are super, super comfy, and this is actually the pair that I've been wearing the most, that I actually gave away, which is pretty cool. But this is the next sample run in the next color. This is a black and silver colorway. Now going into our last colorway with still a zipper, because we actually have one colorway that I just was like, you know what, let's just have one pair with laces just because. But now I am showcasing the white and gold colorway. These are the cleanest things you've ever seen. Now, when I was actually trying these on, my socks look so dirty. I thought my socks were clean, but these are just so white that it just made everything else just look dirty. But you can see here, I did practice in them already, which, I mean, they're doing pretty fine. You can see there is a little red there kind of on the toe. That was from wrestling at Iowa State with David Carr, which was super nice. And also, guys, I want to let you know, I am sitting on so much content right now. And the reason that it was kind of taking so long is because I was actually wrestling, showcasing these shoes in these videos with Johnny DeJulius, with David Carr. We have like literally half an hour long videos that are like mini documentaries, similar to the Spencer Lee video. So there's just so much content, but it's just been getting this video out in particular. But once again, we got the strap, we got the zipper in here, and I just think this is the cleanest colorway ever. Like, you look so fast in this. It's super comfy. The whole ankle support there is just absolutely prime. And honestly, they're fairly light. They're not too heavy at all, which I like. But again, with them being like a zipper, and they have, you know, kind of the bottoms here you can see. I think this is gonna be my favorite colorway for this first drop, but going into this last colorway, things might change. And the final colorway of the 1.0 drop, we got black and green. I needed a green, of course, with Parkside. This is something like I can wear in duels, in tournaments, of course, with any of these. It's kind of cool not being like, let's say D1 guys, like if you're assigned to a Nike school, like you have to wear a Nike shoe, you have to wear an Adidas shoe, or else like there's gonna be problems. Me being like at Parkside, it's opened the door of opportunities that's like, heck, I can wear my shoe with my name, with my logo on it, and it's just, I don't know, it's so cool. And one big thing that I was thinking with these shoes, I have total control of basically what comes out next, when we do it, the release dates, the release drops, how many pairs we're doing. So please, guys, let me know. I've been doing polls on my Instagram just to see kind of what colors you guys want next. And I can tell you guys, we have with the 2.0s, we have the monotone colors dropping, which it's basically like you dip it in a paint bucket, where it's just like, oh, you got gray, boom, put it out. All gray, wolf gray. You put it in like a tan, like an Oxford tan Yeezy, pull it out, boom. So it's super cool. I can't wait to show you even the 2.0s, but staying with the 1.0s, this one's super nice. It has that big CH logo there on the front. So ideally, again, this is gonna be stitched, but regardless, this just looks so, so clean. We kind of got gray on the tongue that fades into the green there. One thing on here that's different too is that, again, green soles. Every shoe that we are releasing for this drop has a different shoe color bottom. So like these are green, the Clash shoes are black, gum bottoms, and white bottoms. So every single shoe has a different bottom, which I think is super cool. And on the sides, instead of it being green on here, we actually left it silver just to have more kind of, just an overall different color look, just so it's just not overly, let's say, black and green. But on foot, these feel great. Again, these are gonna have to take you a while to lace them up because they're laces, but with the zippers that you guys are gonna see, it literally takes like less than 2 seconds. It's absolutely insane. But this shoe is absolutely beautiful. I think this is the team favorite currently, so I can't wait to see how these are gonna perform. And you can see on here, I've been wearing these a bit too. And this is the Ranger Green colorway. But another question you guys might be asking or wanting to see is, how do these look on foot? So with that being said, let's try them all on. Let's get wrestling around a little bit. Let's see how they look. I am wearing black socks today. Ideally, I would be wearing white socks, but your boy is out of white socks because he spent some money making the shoes. But again, also one thing I still forgot, I said 250 pairs will be releasing in the Clash colorway. Only 100 in the greens, 100 in the white and golds, and only 100 in the black and silvers will be released. So let's get wrestling around with them, and then we can start talking about the price and release dates of the shoes. feel so fast. Now you guys actually might be wondering what size these are. Now these I believe are currently 10s. Now I wear 9s. That's why they might look a little bit bigger and maybe even a little more bulkier to my foot. So I just have like a little bit more than a thumb from my toe to the end. Won't be the actual size that I'll be wearing. That's why they might look a little bit bigger. But man, you cannot say these do not look clean. These ones might get more dirty a little bit faster than the rest, but might have to be competition shoes. Now, of course, this wasn't a solo project. This wasn't just all me. I gotta give a shout out to Brock. Brock has been the person who's been in accordance with all the manufacturing and basically helping with a drastic amount of just the designing, the overall, how everything's gonna look and work. So without Brock, this couldn't be possible. So thank you so much to Brock. A lot of sacrifice has been made, of course, with both ends, and just having someone to really kind of see my vision and also me to see his too, and growing wrestling shoes and making wrestling shoes better, wrestling shoes that wrestlers actually want to wear. And with that being said, I just want to thank you guys so much for the continued support, because without you guys, honestly, like, this does not happen. And I want to give you guys the best shoes, the best colors that you guys could ever imagine. And if you guys are thinking about price, when these do come out, we're not going to go over $130. That's basically the maximum. We're not going to have like a $200 wrestling shoe. Of course, the quantities for the first ones have to be super low, but hopefully, they're going to sell out. I think they're going to sell out like instantly. I'm not going to lie. But you guys can expect a release date for these mid-September. So yes, it is early July yet. We still have all August. But with these four, there's going to be 550 pairs available for purchase. And of course, you can't buy them right now, but if you're still on the fence, just a hint of what I have planned for these and just my whole shoe line. Basically, for the first state champion, wearing the shoes for the first national champion, whatever it kind of is, there's going to be a reward, whether that being coming on the Clash of Combat podcast, whether that be $1,000. Yeah, I want to be the Mr. Beast of wrestling. And with the shoe line, that makes it all possible. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to the patrons supporting me over on there. Once again, guys, I am so grateful for this opportunity, and thank you guys so much once again, and we'll see you guys next video.
Let me know if you on skate, rolling with the gang, totally, man, you shake,